Welcome to Breaking Solo, how solopreneurs break barriers, build brands, and embrace the future of business.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast once again. I am so excited to have with me today Beth Plank Mezo. Beth, thank you for being with me.
Thank you, Donna, for having me here. I'm really excited to be here with you.
Good. So tell the audience who you are, what you do.
Sure. Well, I spent 36 and a half years working for one organization. It's called Full Sail University in Winter Park, Florida. And during that time, I led major sales initiatives, cultural initiatives, and leadership initiatives as a longtime vice president. And then I recently retired and am now the founder of Life and Leadership Essentials, LLC. It's a coaching practice dedicated to helping leaders and small business owners through their barriers to grow, move into their next chapter.
Awesome. So what inspired you to go into solo business?
Good question. After 36 years at Full Sail, I really wanted a new challenge, and I've always loved coaching leaders and teams. So when a friend shared with me Donald Miller's coaching certification, it all clicked. I was like, you know what? I really want to do this and build a business helping leaders, because that's like, and business owners, that's my favorite thing to do, is to help grow others.
That's great. So you're in the right business then, if that's what you love to do.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
what's been your biggest challenge, and have you overcome it?
The funny thing is not the coaching, but the tech. Because at a large organization, I had incredible teams to help me. Now, as a solopreneur, I know it gives us a whole new challenge. We are the whole team.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. So you're still working through that? You haven't necessarily conquered it yet?
Yeah, you know what I decided to do? So now that I am the team, I thought, I'm spending so much time in Canva, on Wix and Calendly and other systems, that I thought I'm going to hire someone. One, I have my custom chat GPT marketing assistant, which I actually learned about that, Donna, from a podcast that you shared with me. So thank you for that.
Awesome.
But I'm also going to hire a student or graduate to help me and work alongside me, so that the learning curve, I do want to learn, but I don't want to spend all my time on that. So I'm going to try to do that to shrink the learning curve. So
Good
I'll
for
keep
you.
you posted on how that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, that's good though. Yeah, it's good that you're willing to do that, because a lot of times solopreneurs think they have to do everything themselves, and they don't.
Exactly. We've got to, and what takes us away from our clients and our looking for new clients, you know, what takes us away from that is the things we need to try to delegate. So that's my thing.
I think that's smart. So, what is your area that you're niching into?
Well, good question. I'm really still refining it. I Right now I serve two groups. I've led for decades, and so with that experience, I want to help leaders, but also small business owners. So the jury is still out. I am going to learn from the first two quarters in 2026, and from there, I'm going to then decide. Do I want to narrow it down and niche, or do I want to stay more broad? I imagine it's going to be a little bit more niche.
Awesome. So, often I've been coaching solopreneurs for years now, and they think they know their niche, when they first get started, But then after a while, they realize that's not what they wanted to do at all. So they switch. So that's good that you're giving yourself the a grace to make a decision as you go.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to evolve. So right now I'm just doing my strategic plans every 6 months, right? So
Good.
if I need to change, then I'm,
That's awesome. Okay, do you see any trends that solopreneurs should be paying attention to?
well, I'm sure this is the answer you get, but without question, AI, AI, AI. You
Yeah.
know, leveraging your chat GPT as your personal assistant or your marketing assistant. As a solopreneur, it's just us. And that has really been saving me time. So I'm really trying to get deep into chat GPT and how to leverage that to my benefit and
Yes.
for my clients' benefit too.
That is the answer that I get most often, but that's because that's what's right there in front of us that we need to embrace.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you see any, shifts happening that could change the way we work in the future?
Wow. Good question.
If you
I
don't, that's
definitely
fine.
think everything's going to change and shift and grow. So we need to, as solopreneurs, we just need to be present and always learning what's happening next. So trying to stay ahead of this crazy curve that is AI.
Okay, tell me, what's one tool, app, or resource that you just can't live without in your business?
Well, for now, it's Canva. Hands down, I create everything there from assets to social posts to presentations. Um, so I'm really trying to master that right now. And then also Wix. So it's funny that it's the technology again for me. And so that has been an area of opportunity. And so now I'm just going to turn it into a strength.
There you go. That's great. Um, so do you have any daily habits or routines that help you stay focused and productive?
Well, yes. Two things. One, I do daily hot yoga, and that really grounds me. I
Really?
walk in worrying about one thing or another, and then I walk out of the class thinking like, "Well, what was I even worried about? I can't even remember." So that's one. And then two, and I'm not as ritualistic about this one is journaling every day. Have you ever heard of the app Mind Sarah, Mindsera?
No.
It is so cool. It's an app where you can just you can even share your thoughts and it'll record it. But once you're finished journaling, then the app will provide a summary of what you did and what strengths that's helping you to gain. And I just love it. And so then you have a record, and then they give you a picture of what that looks like, what your the concept was. And so it's really great. I see my growth as I move through it. So I really love it.
Well, I will find it and put a link to it in the show notes.
Yeah. And there's a free version and a paid version. I did the paid version because I really wanted a few more of the bells and whistles, but both are great.
So, what's one piece of advice that you would give someone that's just getting started on their solopreneur journey?
Okay, a piece. Let's see. You know, I would say start before you think you're ready. And the reason why I say that is, in my final, I got my coaching certification 1 year before I retired because I knew I was going to start a business. And had I known all of the tech, I would have started learning while I was continuing, was in my job. Um, so that would be what I would share. And then if you think you need to get everything perfect before you start your business, that is not true. You just got to do it. Start. And I always tell people, if you are worried about something, you're afraid of something new, do it anyway. When we push ourselves outside of our comfort zone, that's when the real growth happens. And guess what? It's not comfortable. It is uncomfortable. I actually look on my calendar every week and say, okay, well, what's the one thing I'm scared to death to do? And that's
Wow.
how you grow.
Yeah, that's a great question to ask yourself.
Or two. You can do two things too if you really want to.
Right. So, what's one mindset shift that's made the biggest difference in your success?
That's a good question. And I rely on this all the time. And it is reframing. I could think about this. I'm in my sixth season in life, right? And so the dysfunctional mindset would be, you know what? It's too late to get started on something new. So reframing that and saying, you know what? It's never too late to design the life you love. And so that's what I do. I really try to reframe, and there is an opportunity in every setback. There's an opportunity, and we just got to look for it.
Yes. So true. Except sometimes when we're right in the middle of it, we just can't see.
Exactly. Yeah. And so then we have to say, okay, well, I am going to take a break here and then come back to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. Okay, do you have any exciting projects or launches that you would love to share?
Sure, I do actually. So in 2026, I'm excited about a couple of things. Number one, um, a Hero on a Mission book club. So that's going to be virtual. And that's through Donald Miller, just recently got certified in that. And then, and just for people, it's really walking through a framework to move beyond your potentially passive life and really take control of this one precious life that we all have. So that's the number one thing. I'm excited about that. That'll be happening in January when we normally do our resolutions. And then the second thing I'm excited about is something called the Entrepreneurs Table. And it's a gathering of small business owners who want to connect and grow. And so it's just intentional growth that we're all going to be moving through. So if anyone's interested, they could email me. And, my email is marybeth at lifeleadershipessentials.com.
Awesome. And I'll put that in the show notes as well.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So, where can people connect with you and learn more about what you do?
Lifeleadershipessentials.com. www.lifeleadershipessentials.com. But
Awesome.
yeah, I'm so excited. I'd love to connect.
Good. How about on LinkedIn? Are you active there?
Yes, definitely active on LinkedIn. Mary Beth Plank Mezo. Connect with me there, and I'm happy to connect.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right,
And
it's go.
I want to thank you, Donna. I really do. You're so great, and it was so wonderful meeting with you and learning from you. And I've been listening to your podcast, and I just really love them. So thank you for what you do.
Awesome. Thank you. That's good. Good to hear.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for being with me today. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And we'll be talking again real soon, I'm sure.
Sounds awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, audience, if you have not um, followed the podcast, or left us a review, you could do that now while you're thinking about it. So go ahead and do that. And then I want to mention one thing that I'm very excited about. Um, I have a course that I've just launched called Published to Profit. So if you are considering writing a book to use as a marketing tool, your authority book, then I'll put the link in the show notes as well. Check it out. The price is really discounted until December 22nd. All right, everybody. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.